record, and I'm going to record also just to be on the safe side.
Oh, wait, sorry. Let me just grab my charger. Okay. Okay, great. So, Camille, how are you?
Well, okay, let's do a
proper. I know, intro. I know. Gosh. All right. Take it away, Camille.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bikini Show. I am Camile Periat with
Sarah Lyon.
And this episode is brought to you by Maximum Beauty.
Competition Glam needs all year long. Whenever that year starts, we're here to go.
Yeah, that's right. So we have Miss Angelica Teixeira coming on here shortly. This is going to be an exciting episode to have two-time champion. There's a lot to talk about. Last time you interviewed her, she was getting ready for the Arnolds.
And you were supposed to be in that interview. Unfortunately, you were super busy at the Santa Cruz Or did we interview her at the pre-show interview too, at the meet and greet? No, we didn't.
Took her out, and you interviewed her while we were doing all the other seminars. That was a busy day.
No, I was thinking if we had interviewed her at the Arnold Classic meet and greet. That's when I was like, wait, did we interview her? But we didn't.
No, we didn't. Gosh, I don't remember seeing her in that room.
I know. Wow. Okay. So no, we didn't. So now we know we did not.
We did not.
I feel really awkwardly angled.
So this is Angelica's first time doing Zoom. She's like, what is Zooming?
What are we Zooming?
You've never heard of Zoom?
Never. Right. Yeah, let's well, of course, I think we need to just continuously document, because we're recording these and we're releasing them really quickly, but I think it's good for everyone to kind of know where we're at. So today is April 14th. We are how many days into quarantine, Camille?
We are, I think, like 29 days into quarantine.
29 days. Okay, so I definitely am not far behind you. So we are hitting the peak, if you will, of quarantine, lifestyle kicking into full force. I'm as pale as it comes now. What?
I'm not even halfway through it. We have another month and a half left. California is.
When did you get extended to?
May 15th.
Oh, so I mean, but technically it's only another 15 days, so another 2 weeks extended from April 30th.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure Illinois/Chicago is next. So I think I'll be right there with you.
Yeah, I think So let's bring Angelica on.
Enough of this small talk, Sarah. Gotta love it. All right, hold on one second.
You know what? I took a supplement called Kratom, which gives you energy and
what you tried to give me, and I was like, I can't swallow pills.
That's right. You don't swallow pills, but it's like your Adderall. So I'm like earlier I was like deaf to the world, and now I'm like all business. Feels good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like I have a little pep in my step.
Yeah, I took my second dose a little too early today, so I'm a little Eeyore-like.
So you painted your bathroom last night till like midnight?
I painted like a baseboard, if you will, in it, but it was, you have to like maneuver around the toilet and it's the hard one to get to. And then I painted, we have some dresser, if you will. So I painted that as well. And painting in different lighting, like starting it with the sunlight out and then going from the sunlight to, like sunset light and just the light in the room to then black outside and no natural light at all, and then just the lights. I thought I was losing my mind. Every time I looked at it, I could have sworn there was another piece that I either missed or that I was like, oh, I want to go retouch that tomorrow. So yeah, that was fun. It took me a little bit of extra time. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. What?
I just texted her, but it's so gratifying to paint. I did all of our trim.
Camille didn't even listen to my story, everybody.
Listening. I was multitasking. You're wearing
cranium.
That's what you were saying, right? You're wearing granny panties. Not kidding.
You. Okay. Anyways, yes, Camille, I was painting. And now I started painting something today and I'm like, why am I painting this?
I'm trying to find things to paint. I painted everything and I'm like, but recently.
Did you do all your trim?
I did the trim and the whole house.
How long did that take you? Because that's on my list.
Well, okay, so it was already painted. I just did.
Right.
But actually downstairs we got our floors done like a year ago and we never had. Oh, I thought she was waiting to come in.
She is.
Oh. Okay. I'll exciting story later.
Okay, great. Can't wait to hear your review. Hello. Oh, it's it.
Hey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
There.
Hey, Camille.
Hi, Angelica. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. Good seeing you guys.
It's good to see
you.
Yeah, we are live. Surviving,
exactly.
Right?
At home, alive.
Oh my God.
Now, are you at home in Texas or are you at home in Brazil?
In Texas. I was in Brazil. It's on already. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone.
Yeah, but if you say anything, you just let us know. We'll take care of it.
Okay. Yeah, I was in Brazil. I traveled to Brazil right after the Arnold. Okay. And when I got there, everything got crazy. I had no idea how dangerous was this virus. We knew it was dangerous, but not as dangerous as it is. So when I got there, like everything started to happen and then they start closing everything. I had, I think, 3 good days in Brazil and then everybody locked in the house in Brazil. Wow. And I was so worried about catching the virus here in US, traveling to Brazil, getting the virus to Brazil to my family. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to US. I'm not going to stay here because they closed all the flights, everything. So I came back and since I got here, I'm just home all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Lock it.
And do you remember when I picked you up from the airport when you came out to Santa Cruz for the Santa Cruz Power Fitness event? And right when you had landed, the CDC had blocked off the air, like some of the flights from China because there was a disease that came in.
Remember, yeah. I was even like joking. We were like kind of like playing around, and I was like, yeah, I saw like a whole group of Chinese coming from China, and I did. Was when it first started, and Marco called me like, hey, they say it's a virus from China. They just say there is some case in US, and I was like, oh my God, I just saw a bunch of Chinese people, and we were playing about that. After that, it was like this, crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, we have a fun episode planned for you. We actually did a little bit of planning with this one.
Okay, good. What's the plan?
So, we have some good questions for you. So I'm sure like most of the other interviews that you're usually on there, it's very, very serious, but our show is a little bit more looser. And this is a great way for people to get to know the real Angelica, the real.
Camille needs to take this cranium every time before. I am like, well, who are you? What is going on? Oh my gosh.
Sarah, you are the
fill
best.
Angelica in.
So
She has
funny.
so much energy right now. I love it, but I'm so wow. All right.
Because we can't spend any energy locking in the house. For me, even worse. I hurt my knee. I cannot do cardio. I cannot do anything. Like it's been almost 10 days, just physical therapy. So it's been crazy.
Okay, let's dive into that, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Camille.
It's actually, okay, so first of all, I'm very sorry that you hurt your knee. That sucks. But I have to, it was actually really cute when it happened, because you're doing this TikTok video with your niece, and then all of a sudden you're like, my knee.
I'm like, I start screaming. And my sister was here. We were having like a family dinner because, they were the only ones that I'm seeing because they locked in their house. We locked in our house.
Yeah.
So, we were still like getting together. And then my sister on the back, she drinks her drink. She looks at me screaming, and then she goes like, drinks her drink. I'm like, hey, you don't even care about me. What's going on? It was funny. But yeah, I'm paying the price. Oh my God.
So what happened to your knee?
So I didn't see a doctor yet because, it's crazy right now.
Right.
The doctors are all online. I call my primary doctor in New Jersey. I don't even have one in Texas yet because I never need a doctor. So I call him in New Jersey. He said, no, stay home. He asked me to, he said, take some anti-inflammatory. But I was like, you can't take it. What if I catch corona? Because there's some medications that you can't take, It's dangerous if you catch the virus. And so even though I'm at home, Mark is going like to grocery shop. So I'm afraid that we catch the virus, I was like, you know what? I don't want to risk. So I'm just like, I call him. He said, you know what? Put ice, get a physical therapist, and rest. So I was 3 days, not walking at all. Just like having Marco carry me around the house, like from the bed to the sofa, to the restroom, to the bed again, 3 days. He was cooking for me. He was doing everything. It was like, so he said, the thing is rest. So I don't even know what happened, but with physical therapy, we have like an idea because I show my physical therapist and my doctor. They say it looks like I tear my meniscus. So yeah, it's bad.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
that's not good at all.
Yeah, he said wait this week so the swelling, you have less swelling in your knee, so you can do the MRI, because if you do like this, they can't see anything. So I might need to do again, and I don't want to go twice. So next week, I think I might go and see and check it out what's really going on. But I feel much better with physical therapy.
Yeah, well, you know what? If there's any time to get injured, you are far enough away from Olympia, and we're in lockdown. So
I know. No, imagine if it happens, because I felt, because dancing, you saw the video. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was a normal movement. So I think for me, it was about to happen anytime. Imagine if it happened like in the top of my Arnold prep. I was so focused, like excited because I was bringing my best, and then I hurt my knee. So I'm thankful. Yeah. This is the best time for this to happen.
Well, let's talk about the Arnold and your best, because we both agree that it was
your best.
Yeah, wow. I'm so happy with the package. Yeah,
wow, you looked incredible.
Thank you.
We even said that you were actually kind of the highlight of the Arnolds because you brought such an amazing physique to the stage. It was really exciting. So tell us a little bit about what, after Olympia, we all know what happened at Olympia. You're still our champion. What was the emotions that were different going into the Arnolds versus prepping for the Olympia? Because you were hungry for that.
I was super hungry. After the Olympia, I look at my package. It was good, but it wasn't good enough for the new bikini. Yeah. I felt that they want more conditioning. They want a little more muscle. So I was like, hey, You know, it was good for a few years, the package that I was bringing, you know, I was the face of bikini, but now it's changing. So I realized that I needed to raise the bar on myself. Because to be honest, Camille, she knows, like, you have the same thing that your body gets super shredded, right? And you kind of need to hold your physique.
Yeah.
So for me, it was the same, because in 2015 at the Olympia, when I placed second to last, the feedback was, oh, you're too lean, you're too muscular, a little too shredded for bikini. I heard that, like, you know, when I was amateur, all the time I was afraid of my vascularity, because I was always like this since very young, since before competing. Yeah. So I was always like, oh, I have so much veins, it's not good for bikini. So I put that in my mind, my whole career. So I became the, you know, Miss Olympia, won the Arnold, all my victories. Always trying to hold my physique, not to be too much, not to be too shredded, not to be too muscular. And I felt that, you know, they really like the balance of muscle, conditioning, but it's still soft and feminine, curvy. But after the Olympia, I was like, you know what? Things are changing. I think I can bring my physique now to a level that I never let my body get to. Yeah. So I was like, let's see, let's watch how it's going to be. Let me be a little more strict. Let me do a little more cardio. Let me really push and let my body, because I was like, every prep, I start getting leaner, and I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting too lean. Oh my God, look my veins, you know? I was like, oh no, I can't. And then I'm like, oh, let me have a burger. Let me have something to kind of like, you know, like hold my physique right here. So for this one, I was like, no. I'm like, my face, I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, let's see how it's gonna look. And then I kept pushing, and as my body was transforming, you know, with prep, I was like, you know what, I'm not looking super hard or super shredded, I just look leaner but still full. I'm like, I think this you know, this shape, this package gonna be nice to bring to the stage. So, you know, me and my coach, we watched very closely. And we were like, you know what, I think now we got what they want, because the feedback was always like, especially for the Olympia, to bring like tighter glutes and more definition with my glutes and hamstrings. So when I saw my pictures from the Arnold, you know, right after pre-judging, I was like, oh my God, look my glutes. I was so happy. I was like, you know, I felt like a champion, like a winner, because, you know, that was my goal, to really raise the bar on myself and bring a better physique.
Well, you did just that. That's for sure. It was one of those things, and it stood out amongst the whole crowd. And where I really saw it, was where I thought you lost it at the Olympia, was the walk to the back. You know, this time you were just so tight. I really thought you had it, but of course, you know, hats off to Issa, but you looked absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see this physique. Fingers crossed all is well with the knee. Hopefully it's not a tear. And then seeing what you bring in September, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to recover well. My physical therapist, he's, you know, following me like every day on camera. And he say, oh, you are improving, and the way you were already moving your leg, because 3 days not moving at all. He said, I think you'll be fine, you know, in a few weeks. And then I think when we start like the prep, I'll be like 100%.
Yeah, you will. For sure.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what was your feedback after the Arnold? Because you brought such a different physique in what the judges were asking for. Did they give you feedback, and what was that? Yeah,
I always ask for feedback, like same day, like same night. I saw the judge, I saw Sandy, I saw Tyler. I didn't have the opportunity to see other judges, but I text them, I mailed them. And most of the judges say bring the same package. It was great. It was very close. But like they really said, like, you brought a great physique. It was just like a matter of, you know, like they said it was hard. Because some like Isa is amazing. I gotta say, you know, like, all my respect. I love her physique. They said like the front, the waist, you know, was a little more than mine. And from the back, some judges even say that, you know, it was hard because from the back I was really, really good. But some judges also say try to pose a little more, like twisting my upper body,
Squared.
you know? Yeah, kind of like just
make your waist look smaller.
I don't need to put on like a muscle, but just play with my posing a little more. But most of all, you know, like most of the judges say bring the same physique, same thing. You look at amazing. Don't change anything for the Olympia. So, you know, just do the same. Of course, even when we get the feedback like this, we always try to improve a little more.
Yeah.
Camille knows we, as you know, as a competitor, they say don't change, but as they say, twist a little more. I feel that if I grow a little more, you know, get a little wider in my upper body, I might bring that, you know, illusion a little more. It would be a little easier for me to bring the V-tape a little more.
Yeah.
The V shape.
The V-taper. And we were talking about that back in January at the event about, you know, the wax thread and everything. And it's definitely,
to be honest, I tried posing like this, but I look at so stiff. You know, in bikini was always so flowing, so relaxed. I always told, you know, my clients, all the girls that I went for seminars, like, hey, bikini, you gotta feel like you relax on stage. Don't flex too much. Show that you're having fun. It's feminine, you know, it's fun. And for me, I tried to pose like that, but I was like, it doesn't look like bikini for me. So I kind of like, it was my fault, I think. I was like trying to like, I don't think I need to pose like that, you know? But after the Arnold, I think we'll have to start posing a little more, you know, kind of like flexing, twisting. Yeah. And kind of like bringing and opening the back. That's what I think. I'm still going to email the judges again to make sure that that's what they want.
Yeah.
You know? But I have a feeling that, you know, that's what I need to do for the Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I was wondering, so I'm like, damn, she looked like so good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You did it. It's just one of those things that I think even looking at it, even where you can improve, it's so minute now, and especially putting you and Issa next to each other, her waist is just so small, you know, and you have such a small waist too. So are you going to begin to do any perhaps vacuum exercises or anything like that now, incorporating that to focus on keeping that waist small and perhaps making it even smaller?
Yeah, no, I started for the Arnold prep. I started doing a little vacuum exercise, but I was kind of like doing, you know, a few days. But now, once I start the Olympia prep, is something that I really focus on bringing my waist smaller. Like for the Arnold, I didn't do much ab exercise, like not much crunch, more like planks and vacuum. You know, because I don't want to really build those muscles, and you know, so for the Olympia will be even more.
Yeah.
Can you explain how to do a vacuum? I have been trying.
I'm still learning. It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm lucky because in Brazil, it's a boom in Brazil. All the athletes, they do it, you know, and there's many instructors in Brazil to help you. So I got a teacher from Brazil. I even post her on my Instagram a few times in my story. And she has a kind of like a class online. So you pay a month and you get all the class, and you follow every day, you follow a different class. So she teaches you. So I was trying,
cool.
It's hard. It's not really easy. I even told, like, I posted and I say, guys, she says everything in Portuguese, but if you want to do it, you can just follow what they're doing, you know? I don't know if they have any class in English, if it's any instructor, but in Brazil now it's many. So you can, you know, there's some instructors that you FaceTime them and they teach you like an hour class, just like this, like we're talking right now. They're going to be teaching you how to do it. So, yeah, but I'm still learning. Or I would share my techniques, but I'm still learning.
Yeah, share, like when you start to get it dialed, share the technique, because you're absolutely right.
I will.
Everything I found is in Portuguese. And I think Issa's mastered the vacuuming, but I can never understand. Like, she had a coach that was like working with her and she had posted it, but I couldn't understand how to do it. It's hard.
Yeah, it
Get a
is.
translator.
It's a lot of breathing. A lot of breathing and then hold. Not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
You are wearing Gat's jacket, so that's exactly where I was going to go with this question. What is it like you and Janet Leub are great friends. You guys are double teammates. You guys are both on GAT. You guys are both on Odo's Angels. And you guys are friends, and you guys are battling it out for that top 3 back and forth, and going to the Arnold. You were going there to win. She was going there to win. How is that working with someone and being close to someone and having that relationship with someone that you are friends with, but also want to
beat?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very professional. We gotta keep it, like very professional, because the same thing as like me and you, Camille, we compete against each other too, and we are friends.
Yeah.
I have so many friends, and being the same team is a little more because we have to travel together sometimes, and sometimes we have to do things together, photo shoots together. But once you are pro, it depends on you, like me and her. It not depend like on anything we do behind the scenes of the stage. We can be friends, we can travel together. We kind of like, we were together in Korea for many days because we're there doing a seminar together. And we share like things that we do in our routine, So like, oh, I do like this. Like, oh, you do like that. I like to do like that. It doesn't matter, because what works for her will not work for me. We have such a different physique, different body. She's taller than me. So she needs to do different than me. So, it's okay. It's not that type of relationship that will be like, oh, I'm not going to say that because, she's gonna try to do what I do, or the same. No, we talk, we share experience. It's fun, actually. And sometimes when I have something like, oh my God, also Laura Lee, she's in the team too. She's GAT too.
Right.
And she, she's top. We compete together, and she became such a good friend. And same thing, I'll text Laura Lee. Sometimes I'll text Janet like, hey, oh, did you hear about this? When you guys flying to Ohio? So we kind of like talk and help each other with other things, because we have their relationship. So it's kind of nice. It's good.
Yeah, it is. And I've seen that firsthand with like when I think it was right before the Arnolds, when we were getting our makeup done in the same room, and Janet was in there. And yeah, you guys, everyone is super friendly, but I was wondering, because Arnold had a lot of pressure around it. There was you in there for, and you in there to win, and especially after the Olympia, and then Janet's going to her title, and it's like, there's a lot of pressure in here, but you guys are so professional and so friendly with each other. It's pretty amazing. A lot of people wonder if there's cattiness amongst a lot of, us backstage and how we are. But I think we really, like, as a whole, I think for the most part, everyone is super friendly with each other.
Super friendly. Yeah. We are. Like, for me, Janet, Laura Lee, even more for me and Janet, because we have the same coach. When it gets really closer, we stay each one in your bubble. We kind of like, So, and
you guys have a mutual
with all
respect
the athletes, right?
Yeah.
With all the athletes, because at the beginning of the prep off season is different, We can even go out together. It's fun, But when it gets really closer, like for me, at least for me, I don't like watching the other competitors, how they look, what they're doing, I think it got very confusing for you in your mind, in your prep, like, oh, why are they doing that and I'm not doing that, So I don't like watching the other competitors when it gets really closer, like, let's say, 6 weeks out. I don't like watching them. I like to do my own thing. I know what works for me, and that's what I do. So even like she's my teammate, if we need to do something together, we'll be very professional. But I keep that distance in the last few weeks. And we go, when we get there, everybody hug each other, the meeting, but keep that distance. After prejudging, it's different. After prejudging, because we know after prejudging is so relaxing, right, Camille? Then the fun begins. We kind of like, oh, okay, now we can breathe, now we can dance, now we can share a little swing.
We're just talking about food.
Yeah, talking about food, talking about sharing the sweets. Oh my God. The brownie that you brought to the Arnold, my God. The bomb. That was so good.
It was good. I know. I need more of those.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's awesome though, to give that insight to everybody so that they know like, hey, it's not, war backstage by any means, or even in a close contact situation like that. And I think that's something that I notice a lot more now. And now as the years have progressed, there's been more of a camaraderie almost among the divisions with the athletes. It's really cool to see.
I wasn't sure if it was just me that felt that way, but I mean, I remember before.
Tell Chris to shut up.
Just not.
Amor, tô tentando ouvir, já tô surda. Sorry, what you guys said? I lost it. Marco called me here. He wants attention.
Nothing. I'm sorry.
We'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
I know you won't. You won't cut that.
No,
she watches the show.
A few years back, I think there was definitely a phase when it wasn't so, there wasn't that camaraderie amongst the athletes. Like, I felt like there was a time when it, I as a bikini pro, I would go to a show, like competing, and there'd be some girls that were very cliquish, and they wouldn't even take the time to say hi. And I feel like now it's different. However, I could be completely wrong, but when it could also just be that we know people and we're friendly, but when we are in that zone, we're in that zone.
No, it's funny that you say that, because my first year as a pro, when I did the smaller shows to try to get qualified for the Olympia, I didn't feel that because I was competing with a few girls that just turned pro too. But once I got to the Olympia, my first year, I felt like how you say, a fish out of the water.
Yeah.
Like nobody said hi, nobody, I think that's why, I am like I am. I'm so, warm with people. So when I get to the Olympia and I see all the new competitors, I come, I say hi, I introduce myself, because I really felt like I didn't fit the world. I was like, oh my God, it looks like I'm not good as I should be to be amongst them. And I was like, oh my God, it was a little weird. Like even some pros that compete with me now, we're not gonna say names, but I asked them to take a picture with me. Like we competed together at the Olympia, at next day at the bodybuilding show. I'm like, hey, can you take a picture with me? We competed together. Okay, and I was like, oh my God. And then Mark was so mad. He was like, why you do that? Why you do that? Don't ask anymore to take pictures. I don't want to see girls doing their face to you like this. And I'm like, oh no, we compete together. I thought, it would be nice to take a picture. And I felt so bad. And today, I look at them, and then after I start winning, things change like this. Yeah. But, it's sad because it shouldn't be like this. We should all be friends. Doesn't matter how we placing. Doesn't matter, how many years we competing. If you just start as a pro, come on, you're welcome here. If you're still an amateur, it's the same world. You're going to be a pro one day, Right. And you can be the Olympia champion one day, Hey, Chris. How are you?
What's up?
Welcome to the bikini world.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the bikini show.
I'll make a challenge for you and Marco. He's like, say hi. You gotta come say hi, baby. Don't be lazy. Look, playing video games.
Great, Marco.
Man, we can't be brothers still. It's okay.
What'd you say?
I said it's a 6 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, 6 feet. You don't need to be so distant.
Yeah, what you were just talking about, Angelica, the same thing happened to me, and I think I feel like it's a lot different now. And the first time I ever met you, well, maybe the second time we met. I think we met each other the first time in Australia, but you were always so friendly and kind, and you make everybody feel like everyone's equal. And I feel like that has kind of rubbed off over the past years of you being at that top. And it's been a good role model, not just for the division as a whole, but also for what professional bikini athletes should represent and act like to one another too, you know?
Yeah. I think this is very important. What you say, you know, we all equal, because we are. Mm-hmm. Like I can be the Miss Olympia today, and the girl that is just starting, she can beat me in 1 year. You never know what's gonna happen, because we are equal.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't underestimate anyone. You know, we all the same, for real. So thank you for noticing that. And let's try to keep that, you know, everybody together.
Absolutely.
I don't know why. I don't know if this is going to show up on the recording part. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's telling me that my meeting will run out of time in 10 minutes.
That's it? We need 2 meetings.
Let me.
Can you try to?
It's.
Little intermission.
We're back from commercial break.
We back.
And we're back.
Camille said, I need a snack. I'll be right back.
Yeah, snack, right back. So I did a poll on Instagram asking people what they would like to ask you, and I got some responses back. So you want to hear some of their questions?
Yeah, of course.
And I think this one, this is kind of a controversial one, but you're very passionate about it when you talk about it, and I think it would be you'd be a perfect person to talk about this. So the person asking, are performance enhanced drugs necessary for reaching the Olympia stage?
It's not. You gotta be patient. You gotta, you know, like build it. This is bodybuilding. It takes time. You need like steroids if you want to rush the process. But if you start like training and be patient and build your body and enjoy the process of, you know, seeing your body changing with time, you're not gonna need it. And, you know, like as the time comes, you're gonna every time look better and better, improve, and you're gonna get there. For me, it took years. I started training very young. I started training with 15 years old. I was already in the gym. 18 years old, I started lifting, and I started competing. I was 29, so it was 11 years of training already. And then when I started, I need to keep changing my body to get there. So I like, what do I need to improve? The judge said shoulders, really focus on shoulders, get the supplements, get BCAA, get creatine, get like all the supplements that you can, like vitamins, you know, all the legal stuff that's out there that's gonna help your physique, do it. But, you know, like, I mean, I'm not against if you want to take it, you know, each one knows what's, you know, good for yourself. If you're not afraid with your healthy, you know, and being healthy, I think it's okay for you, you know, that's not right or wrong. But for me, I always thought that if you do it the right way with patience and, you know, like enjoying the process, you're going to be able to do it for a long time and, you know, be healthy for a long time. So you can keep, you're not going to be a competitor going to do 1-2 years and then rebound and then, feel sick and have thyroid issues and have hormone issues. No, if you do it the right way, in a healthy way, you can be competing for years and years non-stop. Like me, I'm competing for 7 years. I never had problem with my hormones. I never had problem with my thyroid. So, I think that's the best way. So to answer that question, yes, it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're a perfect example for that. Okay. This was a question that somebody wanted to ask you, and it was on one of my questions as well. Do you want to have kids, and what is your and Marco's plan for that? I know you've kind of mentioned in the past.
Yeah, no, we do. Marco was crazy about it a few years ago, but now he's kind of like slowed down. He was like, yeah, I do, we want. But I feel that I still can do a lot more as a competitor. So once I feel that my body is not there anymore, it's not responding, I'll be like, you know what, it's time to retire from this stage and focus on family. We want one or two, I think two, because I know like the world is so crazy right now that we kind of like, you know what, we don't even know if we want kids anymore in this crazy world.
Yeah.
But you know what, I do. I think that's like, that's what you feel too, Sarah.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
kids? You have kids?
No,
right?
no kids. And it's a crazy world. You really got to think that one, you got to make your own decision with what's right, or with what you want, of course.
We were like, like super excited for kids a few years back, but even now, like with, things change so fast, like with this Corona now. Imagine if I had a baby with me. You'd be like crazy if I have like a kid inside the house. Oh my God, you'd be crazy. Not impossible, but like, crazy and sad for them.
Yeah.
It would be like Natalia Mello's interview with us.
Yeah. Natalia Mello?
Huh?
Did you see our episode that we just posted?
Not yet. No.
She's
I gotta watch it. I love her.
She is so funny. And she has a 2 and a 3-year-old running around at home, and she made it very clear how it was going.
Oh my God, I can imagine. So, I think like when everything passes, all this crazy time, everything goes back to normal, we're gonna be like, okay, I think we can do it, but not right now. I still feel that, imagine if I stopped last year after the Olympia, because I'll be honest, I thought about, giving up and like, you know what? I think I did what I needed. I proved myself. I won everything I wanted. Imagine if I had stopped and then, okay, let's have kids. But I would never, see my body get to the potential that like it got for this Arnold. So, when you have an athlete mind, you want to be able to retire and really say, okay, I saw my best. I did my best. I was my best. And now I can stop and look at it like in peace. Like I did everything I wanted. I got my whole potential. And now I'm okay to pass it on and walk forward. Look at the past and say, wow, be proud of your journey, So I still think that my body is still responding so good after, like 36 years, took 36. I thought like, okay, now my physique will start to slow down. It's not going to be the same anymore. And I was like, with this prep, I was like, no, come on. This is my best ever after 36 competitions at 36 years old. So,
wow.
I was like, now
that's
that
amazing.
I won the Olympia, I won 4 Arnolds, and now I see my body really bring like, the whole potential. So how can I stop now?
Yeah.
Right.
So how, you kind of mentioned it a little bit about, the feeling of wanting to give up after the Olympia. How long did you feel that way? And what made you just like, I'm not? So when I was talking to you right before prejudging at Olympia, we were getting our makeup done together, and you're like, I think I'm gonna just, take a year off again and do it, next Olympia, and then it's like, nope, it's the Arnold. So what was that process like going through? Because it's you held yourself very, very well, and publicly, and you were very strong about it, but it must have been hard inside. And how did you process that?
It was super hard. Like, being the Olympia champion wasn't just being the best physique of the world for me. It was really representing the division and keeping, like we say, everybody together.
Yeah.
For me was that, going to the amateur shows and hugging them and telling them that, hey, keep going, you can do it. It was representing the division. It was something stronger for me because I love people. I always did. Like, even when I first moved here, that I was working in a supermarket to get that job. That's how I got the job,
I love that story, by the way.
Yeah, that story. Yeah, we got to tell that story because it was, oh my God. It was like I did so much to get a job in the supermarket. Like I went through 3 interviews. And what got me that job, because it was a lot of people wanting, it was a super hard time in the US in 2008, was when the economy went down. So the McDonald's in Texas, everywhere we went, like, was a line to get a job. And to work as a beggar in the supermarket was tough. It was an interview with a lot of people, a lot of Americans, and just me, like, not speaking any English. But when I raise my hand and I say, I need job, I love people, the manager came to me and say, you got your job right there when you say you love people, because that's what we need here. We need people that love people, that make eye contact, they smile. And, we saw everything that we want in you. So, like, as the Olympia champion, it was my opportunity to be next to people, to be loved and to show love.
Yeah.
And when I lost that, like, I was like this for 2 years. And then when I lost it, I was like, I'll be honest, I lost my floor, like, on that stage. I was like, what just happened? Oh my God. Because I knew I could lose, but I was feeling good about my physique. But as I saw my body changing, like, backstage, I look at myself, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, when you feel that, like, you
feel
getting
off.
And then, and then I was like, oh my God, it looks like I'm holding water in my lower body. And then I went on stage and, like, things happen so fast. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not even on top 2. They didn't compare me for top 2. So I'm like, wow, I'm out. So I lost my floor right there. So after the Olympia, I was like, wow, I got 3rd place, not even 2nd, to say, like, keep going. It was close. Next year you come back and you can do it. That the motivation, because to think like it was close, I was like, it wasn't even close. I got 3rd. I'm like, should I keep going? I'm like, I don't even think I should keep going. 3rd place. But and then I got so much love and support, from all my followers, all my friends. I could see who really loves me and who loved the Miss Olympia.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
It was good because I thought, like, okay, now will be a lot of people gonna just, turn their back on me. And it was the opposite. Most of people that I was like, oh, this is so real, this is so real. And they showed that it was really real, like, that they really loved the Angelica Teixeira, not the Miss Olympia.
Yeah.
But some people I could see, I'm like, okay, here we go. It's not the same anymore. But I had
amazing.
So much support and so much people like, hey, you can do this. Don't give up. If you give up, you're going to show us that, we all should give up. Like, you should keep going. And then I for a month, I was like, what should I do? It was very confusing, it was super hard. But and then after a month, I got like feedback. I went to Bev's gym. I spoke with Steve, and I was like, I don't think like, I think bikini changed now. It's not my shape what they want. So I'm not gonna be fighting like to bring a shape that I can't bring, because I gotta be true to myself and keep doing, the bikini that I think what I should be doing. And Steve told me like, no, you're not gonna give up. I know your potential, because he watched my career since my first competition. I know your potential. just don't give up. Just fight and keep going. And then I emailed Sandy, I called Sandy, I spoke to Sandy. She said, Angelica, keep going. You are more than that. You are more than a title. And I spoke to everybody in the industry, JM, and they it's not about the title, it's about who you are. It's about everybody loves you. So I was like, you know what? It's not really about the title. It's about being, who I am. And people love me for who I am. Like this year, I thought oh, nobody gonna invite me for any event anymore because they wanted the Miss Olympia, not the Angelica Teixeira. But after the Olympia, I was like, oh my God, it was so wrong. Everybody, all the events calling me to be there, to do seminars, to be with the competitors, to represent the federation, the division. And I was like, wow, okay. So it wasn't just because I was Miss Olympia, because sometimes having a title doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Like you gotta really be able to represent. So right. I was like, you know what? I'll keep going, and then start a fire inside of me too. I stopped, I analyzed my physique, and I was like, I wasn't really messed. I wasn't. And this got me so mad. I was like, oh my God, no, I gotta prove to myself first, right, and to everybody else that I can be better. I deserve to come on stage and really feel good about my physique. So I start right after the Olympia, after that month, I was like, okay, game on. I'll come back, and doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter if I win or not. I'll come back and I'll be very proud. I want to be on that stage and be proud of how I stand on that stage. And, that's why I felt like I wasn't sad at all after the Arnold. I felt like a champion because I did just that. I stand on that stage and I felt like, wow. Yeah. I felt good. I felt like you did it. After the Olympia, you say that's what you wanted, to be here and feel good about your physique and feel proud. And today you're proud. So I was just celebrating after the Arnold. For the Olympia, the mentality is another. I want to come to the Olympia and
another level.
Yeah. Okay, I already proved that I can be better, but now I'm coming for the title.
That's awesome.
You heard it here first. That's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less than from you.
Right.
But you have been such an amazing ambassador to the sport, and I think even though you may not have that title this year, everybody still looks at you as probably being one of the best ambassadors to the bikini division that there ever has been. And that's something that can never be taken away from you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, that's ultimately, that's what, if that's not what you truly want, then we're doing it for the wrong reasons,
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Yeah.
I want the meaning for me for this. It's not like, oh, wow, she's the best. Look her physique. Wow. No, it's really like being a role model and inspiring all the girls that are just starting to look at me and like, wow, look, she's a champion. She won. She lost. She won again. She lost again. She was still there, falling, rising, keeping the head up.
She still showed up.
She still showed up. She didn't give up on a fight. She kept going. And she was not just like a physique. She was there for everyone. So the other girls can come and say hey, I'm not going to win and be snobby and, selfish. Share, help. That's the message I want to pass for the ones coming. Be a champion or not be a champion, but be there for everyone, be a community, and try to as you grow in life, bring someone with you, don't try to go up, just by yourself.
Yeah.
Help others to come up too. So that's my message. That's my reason.
Well, the following Miss Olympias after you have a very big plate.
Large shoes to fill.
Yeah. There it is. The shoes, not the plate.
The shoes, not the legs. Yes, they do. Angelica, you do an incredible job. And I remember even, you know, I've just as you both have had those experiences with idolizing somebody and meeting them and it not being what it was cracked up to be. That was the farthest thing from my experience with you. And it's always a pleasure to be introduced to someone that just carries themselves in such a professional but genuine manner all the time. It's not that you put on this show and we're all talking, we're all friends, and this is what it is. It's still that if someone stopped you in a random Target, you know, you would be acting the same way that you are acting to them, you know, as you're saying right now. And that's what's so awesome. And you are leaving that within your legacy. So you should absolutely pat yourself on the back for that one. Not a lot of people can say that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
People will ask me like, what is Angelica like? Is she really nice? Is she really nice in person? And I'm like, she's one of the nicest women I know. And I'm
like, thanks.
You're just very down to earth.
Yeah, you always tell me that, like when just me and you always tell me that.
You are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so we have some random questions for you.
Okay.
Now these are kind of silly random questions. I got yours, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up, so you can go ahead and ask the first one if you want.
Okay, what were you like in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
Skinny, looking the other girls and like, oh my God, I wish I had that body. Why I'm so skinny like this? And also, I was always same personality, like friends with everybody, you know, like it's a small city. And was like small groups, like one group here, one group here, one group here. And I was the one that could be friends with all the groups. You know, like they were all like, no, nobody comes here, but I was the one going around and friends with like people in my class, people a little older. So, you know, I was like this. And like as a student in high school, actually, I wasn't a really good student. You know, I didn't have like much interest in. I like history and geography, but like math, I was terrible at math. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't wait to be over. When I went to college, then it was different. I was the number one in my class, but at high school, it was kind of like, you know, I was pushing like class, like, you know, I wasn't really a good example. I was friends with everybody. At least I was popular.
Yeah. All right. Would you say you are more, this is kind of a random one. Would you say you're more of a hunter or a gatherer?
What is gather? Look, my English getting me.
Okay, so think of like would you be someone that's going to be more to like hunt or to like prepare food? If you were like living in the wilderness.
Prepare food, I think. You see, you say the word food. What I'm gonna choose? I'm a bikini girl.
I'll stay where the food is.
I'll stay with the food.
Okay, mine's a little bit more, I don't know. It's weird. I hope you've never been asked it before, but let's see.
Ooh.
So say that we were all together, right? Say we're all in California. We're all interviewing right now in person. And then you step outside, you leave the office, and you find a lottery ticket on the floor that's already been scratched off. So it's obviously already been, you know, claimed by someone. And it's actually like a winning ticket to the lottery, whatever lottery that may be, right? What do you do with it?
Well, I'm gonna find the winner.
I should say.
I'm gonna find the winner.
You're gonna find
I'm gonna be asking who. This is the winner ticket. Who, you know, who is the one that has it? No,
you wouldn't cash it in.
Well, I think luck found me. I can't do anything. Just get the lottery, right? Become a millionaire.
So you would maybe
because if I knew who was the one that lost it, I would for sure give it back. Because,
Okay.
you know, that's, you know, who I am, my
Honest
family,
woman.
you know. Yeah, I love, you know, I found like many
Genuine
times.
answer.
Huh?
I said that's a genuine answer.
Yeah, I would, because I know who, you know, who lost it. But if I don't, I'm not going to be asking like, hey, who lost it? You know, who is the winner? You know,
Yeah.
I'll probably like keep it for me and watch and like, let's see, you know, if someone is looking for
When it
it.
pops up.
Yeah, but if not, I'll be like, okay, luck found me.
Marco, we're gonna go cash in.
Baby, gonna be millionaires. Oh my God.
Mm,
You have another one?
okay. Yes, I do. If you were shipwrecked on a deserted island and all your human needs, such as food and water, were taken care of and met, what 2 other items would you have to have or want to take with you if you could have 2 other items?
Food and water is already there.
Already taken care of.
I guess a blanket. Food, and water, and coffee. I'm okay.
A blanket and what else?
Oh, can I choose more?
One more.
2.
Marco.
Yeah, one more.
Blanket came first.
Oh, what?
The blanket
The blanket came first.
No, can I go back and I book Marco first? Marco first. With him, I don't even need a blanket. Then I can choose something else.
There you go. Then you can switch that out.
You see, baby, you good.
Oh, that's funny. Camille, do you have any more?
I have one more. This one's
I
really,
knew it.
this one's really stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Angelica, what do you really think about a garden gnome?
Dun dun dun. What?
A garden.
Oh, what?
A garden gnome.
What is that? Oh my God.
Camille!
I'm
Camille with
Brazilian.
the garden gnome, and she's about to go grab a garden gnome. Oh my gosh.
Now I'm like, I'm curious about it. What is that she has?
How do you feel about this?
How do I feel about you bringing this on the show? I don't know. That's what I'm more concerned about.
If I believe it.
Oh my God.
If I believe it, that's what you ask?
No. How do you feel about them? Do you like them or do they scare you? Garden gnomes.
Oh, let me see. Turn to the
So
side.
casual.
Oh. I don't feel anything about them, to be honest. They don't scare me. But I also don't believe, you know, in any power, you know, besides God. So, you know, it's kind of like, oh, whatever.
It's a garden toy. This is my daughter's gnome.
Oh, so she likes them.
She likes garden gnomes.
Are they supposed to bring good luck or anything?
I don't know. I'm not. They're a little creepy to me, but that was a random question.
Yeah.
Just a little.
So
We always enjoy having you on.
Yes.
So nice.
Thank you for coming on here. We had Natalia last week, and we were trying to get you on.
I still got to watch that one.
It's
gotta
fun.
watch that one. I'm gonna watch tonight.
Yeah, we have more coming on tomorrow, but we wanted to bring you on and.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys. I love the show. I'm always watching.
Thank you.
I missed that one with Natalia Mello. I love her. I can't wait to watch. And she, you know, like, by the way, she was one of my inspirations when I started. She was Miss Olympia when I started competing as a Brazilian also. So it's really nice. I can't wait to watch the episode.
Check it out.
Oh, very cool.
Last question that we're asking everybody, and we also really need to know more recommendations. What is your favorite show on Netflix right now while in lockdown?
Oh my God. Can you believe that I watch again? Because I watched like a few years back, my favorite show ever. And then I rewatch everything again. 5 seasons. Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's
Breaking Bad. Did you guys watch?
Yeah,
And you I actually haven't.
Okay.
Oh no.
I have not.
So the first episode,
wow.
you're gonna be a little like, oh, I don't know.
It's intense.
Keep watching. It's so good. It's really intense. It's intense.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's very, very intense. It's just for not for 18 and older, right? 18 and older.
It's intense. All right.
If you want 18, don't watch. But it's a great show. I love that one.
Is that
what about you guys? Can you guys share? Because I need a few options.
Sarah first.
I'm watching
on Netflix.
Handmaid's Tale. It's good too.
What is it?
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, on
Netflix? No. It's on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple good ones on there. I would say on Netflix, I enjoy a good documentary, learning kind of style show. So they have ones on there called Explained. Those are really good. Like they have a whole series called The Mind Explained, and they go through like different emotions and stuff, breaking it down, like what actually happens in our brains. But then they have other series that are like water, like, drinking water explained. And it talks about the shortage of water. Essentially, by like 2040, the entire world will run out of water if we continue to consume at the rate that we're consuming it at. I know, isn't that crazy?
Scary.
Yeah, so I like weird things like that. So I highly recommend those. But for a good series, I would have to go with Narcos for sure. All of them.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And they're so good.
There's a new one now.
Camille?
Ozark is really good too. Ozark.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Ozark.
Everyone's been talking about that. I gotta start that.
Really good.
I don't know, Chris. What's a show that comes to your mind right now? I feel like we watched everything.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
If you guys get HBO, there's Succession is really good, and also
Each one, say again.
Succession.
Succession.
Yeah, so it's it's basically about it's about the big mogul family that owns all the news stations, and they're like very, very wealthy, and about their lives is just corruption. It's really, really good. That's
Succession.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
On HBO, if you have HBO, you gotta watch Power. It is so good. So good.
Power, baby, on HBO.
It's about a kingpin in New York. He runs the city for drugs, but he's also he becomes and he is a super successful businessman. So it's his journey to the top, and then his family's. And I literally just watched the grand finale because I finished all the seasons last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, mind blown. It's so good. Highly recommend.
Wow. Okay. Good to know.
Peaky Blinders on HBO.
Man, watch.
Say again.
Peaky Blinders, badass.
Peaky Blinders. On what? What channel?
HBO.
HBO also? Okay.
Yeah.
Good that I kept my HBO. Mark was this month like, should we keep it or not? I'm like, let's keep it. Everything that is movies and TV right now, we gotta keep it.
Yeah.
All right, champ. It's been awesome. We can talk to you forever.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. We should do like 3 hours episode.
It's gonna be almost a 3-hour episode.
Yeah. Okay. I hope everyone watched it. You made it. You made it.
This is
cardio.
This is your cool down part of your cardio now. And outro will be your cool down, your stretching, if you will.
Oh yes. I hope you all doing cardio. 3 hours cardio. Watching this.
Out over maybe a couple days. Well, give Marco a big hug for us. I know he's in the room with you. Bye, Marco.
Hold on, he's coming. Okay. Finally,
Thank you guys for having her.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I wanted to steal her from you.
I just let him come on camera because he shaved his mustache today.
Oh, you had, that's right. I saw that.
He had a big mustache for a few days. I was like, mustache. I was like, you gotta shave, baby. And then today he's like, do you notice anything different? I'm like, no, what's going on? He's like, no. I'm like, oh my God, you finally shaved it.
It's the quarantine look. I think all the guys are like letting them.
Quarantine. Yeah, they need to do something. What about we cut our hair? Huh, Camille?
I was almost like, I am wanting to cut my hair. Well,
don't do it. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. No, your hair looks great. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's like this.
So I saw someone post like a homemade.
Change something because you know we're stuck in the house. They want to change something. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw someone post a video.
How you call bangs?
Your bangs.
Yeah. Let's do a challenge, Camille. Let's do it on camera.
Someone did post though them trimming like their roommate's hair or something, and I swear it was like a week into the quarantine. I was like, it's a little early to be doing this.
Wow.
That's a little.
Yeah, I think we're hitting the point
like
now.
2 months quarantine.
How are you?
Between us, what do you guys think? You guys think the country gonna start to open now, end of the month, or what's gonna happen?
I think it'll start to open by June.
Yeah.
By June.
I don't think before June.
Yeah. I think they're gonna push another month.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that what I'm gathering from everything is that they're thinking almost as if they attack it stronger now, it'll be less when it happens. But you know, now you have the argument between the governor and Trump of who actually has the power over it. But
it's become all about politics. I'm like, oh my God, no, stop.
Yeah.
It's something
what do you
bigger
think?
than that, right?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think, I agree. I don't think they can open now because they just, you know, it was like this, like in 2 weeks. And then now, because everybody's at home, everybody's keeping social distance, it's still going up a little bit, but now they're starting to flat the curve, right? But if they let everything goes back to normal, or at least, you know, a few things go back to normal, it's going to start to increase again. And then it was, you know, it's going to be always like this. It's going to be very hard to control. So I think it's you know, it's smart to let another month so they can start to decrease the curve and, you know, go down. And then start opening slowly, you know, a few things first, you know, keeping social distance. I think this is going to be something that gonna have to be, you know, on for
a slow process.
Really good time. Yeah, a small process. Keep the masks on. It's gonna be different. Life will be different.
How glad are you that you're not in New York anymore?
Yeah, thank God. I know I have a sister. She's in New Jersey, and it's crazy. Yeah, one sister is here in Austin with me, but the other sister is still in New Jersey, and you know, she's kind of like, I'm locked in the house, but she's like terrified because the numbers, you know, around her, you know, the neighbors getting sick, neighbors dying, you know, it's crazy. You know, she can see the problem really, really close. So,
wow.
Yeah. And over there,
terrible.
Things will be harder to get back to normal. Like here in Texas, California is bad too. Where are you, Sarah? Are you in California?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, it's pretty bad here, but you know, they're doing a really good job handling it. Our governor and mayor are, at least. So hopefully.
Yeah. Here in Texas, the numbers are not super high, like 200. Now a little more. I didn't watch like about Texas these last 2 days, but it was around like 200 deaths here.
Mm-hmm.
So comparing to New York, it's like, you know, I know it's not okay, it's a lot, but comparing to New York, it's, you know, it's nothing. So I think like here, you know, the place they are a little more control, things will get back to normal sooner.
Quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, quicker.
Yeah, it sounded like the governor of Texas, he was already talking about some way of slowly starting to open Texas back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we need to be safe, but we want things to get back to normal too, right?
Sure.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you stay safe, Angelica.
You too, guys. Stay safe. Thank you for having me. Love you both. Congratulations for the great job with the channel. I love it. It keeps we all together. I love the idea of the show. Keep it rocking. I love it.
It's fun.
Thank you.
It is
You
super
rock.
fun. Love you guys. Be safe.
Love
Stay
you.
home.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to
Okay.
I guess we can keep talking now.
I should do the
Off the
extra.
cameras.
How about you and I do the exit part of it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Camile Periat here.
Angelica Teixeira.
We are signing out of the bikini show. We'll get this.
So now Kyle can cut everything and add everything and
yeah, Kyle's gonna do all that. Oh, we have Sarah trying to get back in.
Sarah, she hung up.
She hung up.
She hung up on us. You don't know how to turn it off. Okay, I'll just leave. I have the option here to leave the group.
All right, you leave the group, and then we're gonna do the proper like oh, Angelica, she's amazing.
Okay.
Extra.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
You guys. Bye.
All right, guys. So there was a little bit of a faux pas with the last half of the interview there. We changed the formatting on accident and apologize. But it was an amazing episode with Angelica.
Camille changed the formatting, not Sarah.
Yeah, that was me. I came to the rescue and saved the recording, and that's what you got. But Angelica brought just so much. She's such a positive woman and such a great ambassador. And
such a great ambassador.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you really get to see more of the genuine Angelica because I think every time you see her is genuine. So it's just reiterating that who you see on camera is exactly who you would see. Like I said in the interview, you know, if you were at a Target and you ran into her, it's the same person you're going to get, which is just so cool and so awesome, especially being a 3-time Miss Olympia champ. You know, usually most people would correlate that with some 2-time. I keep saying 3. I don't know what's up with me in 3 today.
She will, well, maybe it's an insight to the future.
Angelica, that's for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was an awesome interview with her, and then next we'll be bringing on Laura Lee.
L'Oreal.
Hey, buddy. We'll be bringing on Laura Lee next, her fellow teammate, and that'll be exciting. But Sarah, it's been a lot of fun. Camile
Always. Sarah Lyon, until next time. Hasta
La vista.
La vista.